Hey Sweat Streamers, it's Pahla B from PahlaBFitness.com, and I am so excited to be a guest trainer here on SweatStreamTV. I have a great workout for us today. It's a low impact cardio plus standing abs HIIT workout. Now this one is perfect for you if you are maybe just starting to exercise, because I've got some nice short intervals for us. I've got my handy dandy gym boss here set for just 15 seconds. We're going to go 15 seconds of cardio, 15 seconds of abs, and then 15 seconds of rest. You're not going to need any equipment at all, so when you're ready for it, I'm totally ready. Let's hit it. All right, you guys, we are going to get right into it. We're going to treat our first pair of exercises as a warm-up. So I want you to take it at a nice warm-up pace. The first low-impact cardio that we're doing is something I call inchworms, which means you're going to have your feet nice and wide. You're going to put your hands right out in front of you. Walk them all the way out. This is a nice dynamic stretch. Walk it all the way back in and hands up. Here we go for 15 seconds. So walking it out and stretch, walking it back, hands up. Heart rate is coming up nice and gently, not too fast, but definitely going to get us all warmed up. When it beeps again, we're going to go right into, there it is, standing crunches. Hands on your shoulders, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Really taking the time to crunch and stand back up and open up those shoulders. When it beeps again, we already get 15 seconds of rest. Can you imagine? I'm liking this warm-up. We're actually going to do this pair of exercises 3 times in a row before we move on to the next thing. So when it beeps again, we'll get ready for those inchworms for the second time. Feet nice and wide, and here we go. Walk it out and down, and walk it in, hands up. There we go. Some nice upper body warm-up. Normally when we warm up, we're doing a lot of lower body work. This one's great for the upper body as we come up right into those standing crunches again. Opposite elbow for opposite knee, and then stand up straight and tall. Great job. Nice warm-up pace. And then 15 seconds of rest. Excellent job. When it beeps again, we'll do those inchworms for the third and final time. Just one more time with this pair, and then we'll move on to something a little bit more high heart rate. Here we go with inchworms. Although I have to tell you, my heart rate's already coming up. That's the great thing about low impact exercise. It does not actually mean low intensity. My heart rate comes up, woo, and standing crunches are next. And here we go, crunch and stand. Awesome, getting a little bit faster this round. It's our third time with these exercises. Starting to feel confident, starting to warm up. All right, 15 seconds of rest. Our next pair of exercises is something I call punch and reach, because we're going to punch and reach. So we're going to punch, punch, and reach, and punch, punch, and reach the other way. Really getting that heart rate up by putting our hands over our head without any kind of jumping. I can't talk and do this at the same time. When it beeps again, we're going to go right into something that I call X marks the spot, which you might also know as wood choppers, going shoulder to hip and shoulder to hip. Really trying to get some power into this. So really bracing your core and chopping down. Very nice. 15 seconds of rest. This is a very fast moving workout today. 15 seconds, not a lot of time. So we're really thinking about what's coming next. What's coming next is that punch and reach again for the second time. So punch, punch, and reach. Not really worried about how much power you're getting out of these punches. Thankfully, nobody's in front of me that I'm trying to hurt. It's more about moving quickly and getting that heart rate up. When it beeps, there it is, wood choppers, or X marks the spot. There we go, chop and chop. When it beeps again, 15 seconds of rest. Really bracing that core, trying not to swing too much. Awesome job. 2 done. Just 1 more to go from that pair. While we're resting here, only 15 seconds, but you can grab a sip of water, grab your sweat towel, whatever you need. When it beeps again, getting ready for that punch and reach. Punch, punch, reach. Punch, punch, reach. Great job. Nice and quick. Heart rate has come up now. We are ready for a little bit more intensity. And wood choppers, X marks the spot. Keeping those hips nice and stable, not letting your body swing to side from side, but letting your arms swing and catching yourself with your abdominal muscles. Great job. All right. Whew, that was 3 of those done. Now we're moving on to our next pair of exercises. Next up is something I call toy soldiers. We're going to have hands overhead, reaching opposite foot for opposite hand. Don't care if you actually touch your hand to your foot. It's not really about that. This is about having your hands over your head and keeping that heart rate high. When it beeps, going to go into something I call star balance. Hands are going to stay up over your head, and we're going to tip from one side to the next. Nice and controlled. Really thinking about balance and tipping only as far as you can recover from. This is actually some good lower body work too, and then 15 seconds of rest. Awesome job. Whew, catching that breath. First one is done. When it beeps again, we'll go into set number 2 of that toy soldiers and star balance. Hands up, here we go. Nice big kicks. Nice and fast this round. We are definitely warmed up. We're giving it everything we've got. This is high intensity interval training and star balance. Tip and up. The trick is taking the time to, rather than moving quickly on these abs, is to now move with control. That's what's tough. There we go, 15 seconds of rest. After your heart rate comes up, to try and move slowly and with precision, it gets really tough. That's why I like this kind of workout. When it beeps again, we're doing toy soldiers for the 3rd and final time. Here we go, hands up. Nice job. Just a little bit of a bounce, kind of staying on your toes so that you can move quickly. And here we go with star balance for the 3rd and final time. Great job. Excellent. Next time it beeps, we get 15 seconds of rest right now. Next time it beeps, we're moving into another pair of exercises. The first step is something I call rainbow jacks. So what that means is we're going to have our hands up overhead, moving from side, oh, we're already ready for it, to side. It's a bit of a curtsy lunge. So we are getting some nice lower body work too. Having those hands swinging high overhead also means that we're bringing our heart rate up. When it beeps, we're going to get our feet nice and wide and go right into side bends and up. And then over to the other side and up. Slow and controlled on this side. I know we're moving so fast with the cardio. You want to move quickly with this. And then 15 seconds of rest. Great job. Whew, heart rate has definitely come up now. So if you need a sip of water or a sweat towel, that is totally okay. When it beeps again, going to do rainbow jacks again. And here we go. Hands up and over, making a nice big rainbow over your head. Isn't that a nice thought? You can make your own sunshine, your own rainbow. When it beeps again, gonna do those side bends again. And here we go, feet nice and wide. Bend and up, and bend and up. Really pulling from those obliques. Should feel this in your sides. There we go. Second pair done, just one more pair of those rainbow jacks and side bends. You're doing a great job. This is quick moving, very fast transitions from one thing to the next. And here we go again, hands up for those rainbow jacks. Awesome, getting as low as you can. If you can't get all the way down to the ground, that's okay. Wherever you can get to. This is cardio, this isn't strength, so wherever you can get to works. And then side bends and up, over to the side and up. Awesome. Excellent, nice and controlled. All right, Our next pair of exercises is something I call frog reaches. You don't actually have to make the riveting sound though. Feet are going to be nice and wide. Crouching down, reaching up. So like a frog and then reaching up. Hence the name, frog reaches. Now, when it beeps this time, I've got some single leg work for us. This is balance work, something I call crane kicks. I'm going to stand on my left leg and bring my right knee up and kick. This is not a big kick. You're not trying to hurt somebody. However, a little bit different this time. When it beeps, we don't get rest. We get to switch sides. Right leg down, left knee up to your chest, trying to kick. So balancing from one side to the next. A little bit more challenging, a little bit longer interval. Just a little kick. It's just about moving your knee, trying to keep that knee as high as you can. And now we get to rest. Awesome job. All right, first one is done. When it beeps again, I'm going to go right back into those frog reaches. So feet are going to be nice and wide, getting down low and up high. Make sure that your hips are going back each and every time. You're not crouching down, you're squatting down. When it beeps again, left leg on the ground, right knee up to your chest, and kick. Just a little kick. It's really more of a swing than a kick. I should probably call these crane swings, but then that kind of makes you think of like construction equipment. When it beeps again, we will switch legs. There we go. Bring that knee up. Try not to fall over. This is all about balance. Balance comes from your core. You know, we think, oh, you know, balance comes from your feet, comes from your ankles. It comes from your abs and foot down. 2 pairs done. Only one more to go of those frog reaches and crane swings. I've officially changed their names because I'm not kicking anybody with those things. Feet nice and wide for those frog reaches. Here we go. Awesome. You are doing great. Nice and big. And crane kicks, crane swings. I've got my left leg on the ground. I always start with my left leg. It's my non-dominant leg. It's a little bit tougher for me to balance on that side. I like to get it out of the way. It really doesn't matter which way you go. As you can see, we're doing both sides. Here we go. Switch. Awesome. Struggling to keep my balance. How about you? I got tough quickly, huh? Awesome. All right. 15 seconds of rest. Then we get to move on to the next pair of exercises. For our low impact cardio, we're going to do windmills. Again, with the feet nice and wide. I got that going on today. Hands are going to be up. You're going to reach your opposite hand for your opposite foot. So swinging down, swinging up. Really pushing those hips back before you bend over. This is actually, again, some really good lower body work. When it beeps again, we're going to do oblique crunches. Sitting on my left leg first. Crunch and tap and crunch and tap. Doing all one side. Oh, maybe you know what's coming next. Going to stand on our right leg and do these oblique crunches on the other side. Here it comes, right there and there. Awesome. I will just give you a little bit of a hint right now that everything that we have left in my list of exercises is single-sided balance like this. So all of our pairs, 15 seconds of rest, all of our pairs from now on are actually going to be triplets like this. When it beeps again, of course, we're going to go right back into those windmills, getting that heart rate nice and high with some good cardio. Cardio without jumping, nice and quiet for your neighbors, easy on your knees. When it beeps again, going to go into those oblique crunches. And here we go, sitting on my left. You can sit on your left or your right, whichever one came naturally to you is fine. I know these are quick intervals. It's hard to think too hard about what you're doing. As long as you're balancing and working those abs, I am cool with it. And then switch sides. Awesome, nice crunch. Just tapping that toe down, coming right back up. There we go, 15 seconds of rest. Next up is the third and final time that we're going to do those windmills and oblique crunches. A little bit of active rest here. I try not to just stand still and lock my knees. I move around a little bit while we're resting, keeping my knees soft. Heart rate comes down, definitely, but we don't want it to come all the way down. When it beeps again, going into those oblique crunches for the third and final time. And here we go. Crunch and tap. Excellent. There we go. That's my dog Blossom, don't mind her. And then other side, crunch and tap. When it beeps again, we get 15 seconds of rest. Awesome. All right. Our next pair of exercises is something that I call alley-oops. Again, with the wide feet. Hands are going to be up. We're going to swoop to one side, pivoting both feet, and then swoop to the other, pivoting both feet. This one really gets it popping. Moving those legs, moving those hands. Still no jumping, but the swinging arms, the swinging feet, going to really feel this in your heart rate. When it beeps, going to stand on my left leg, do a single leg deadlift. So tip it forward and stand it up. And then tip it forward and stand it up. This is balance work, and it is not easy. When it beeps right there, I'm going to switch feet. Right leg on the ground, left leg pulling up behind you. If you need to tap your foot down or hang onto a chair or a wall or a couch, that's totally okay. You're doing your best. 15 seconds of rest. Great job. You know, those single leg deadlifts get harder and harder the higher your heart rate is. And my heart rate is pretty high right now. That's why those are so tricky. If we had started with those, you'd be great at them. Here we go again with alley-oops. Hands are nice and wide. Feet pivot all the way down into that lunge position. It's okay with me if your knee doesn't touch the ground. Whatever you can do, wherever you can get to, is totally okay. When it beeps, here it is. Single leg deadlift. Tip it forward. Stand it up. Trying to move with precision and control. Not going to get a whole lot of these done. I know we move really fast for one interval. Think we have to move fast for the other. Go ahead and switch sides. But it's totally okay to move nice and slowly for these standing ab exercises. When it beeps again, 15 seconds of rest. Awesome. All right. Whew. I wish I had a sweat towel now. When it beeps again, I'm going to do our third and final round of those alley-oops and single leg deadlifts. And here we go. Nice and wide. Hands up and swoop it all the way down. Great. When it beeps, going to go right into that left leg, single leg deadlift. And up. And tip it forward. And stand it up. Great job. When it beeps, there we go. Tip it forward. And stand it up. This is our last time on this leg. It's our last time of single leg deadlifts at all. When it beeps again, 15 seconds of rest. Great job. All right, you guys, this is our final pair of exercises. We are going to do walking burpees plus side kicks. Walking burpees means that we're going to put our hands down directly in front of us. Walk our feet out behind us into a plank position. Walk your feet all the way back up and hands come up. When it beeps, we're going to come up on our left leg, or whichever leg works for you, into that star balance position in a side stance. And we're going to kick. Woo! This is tough for me too. Kick and kick. Again, these are more swings than kicks. This isn't really about trying to hurt somebody, thank goodness, because I wouldn't. And then we're going to switch sides. Nice and gentle, nice and careful, wherever you can get to. Great job. You can see I'm fighting for it. This is tough work. There we go. And 15 seconds of rest. Woo! Standing abs are some of the toughest exercises I do. It's why I like to go for short intervals. It's tough to catch your balance. Here we go with walking burpees. Hands down, walk your feet out, walk your feet in and up. Crouch it down and up. You're doing awesome. When it beeps again, standing up on that left leg. Here we go. And over for side kicks. Side swings. I know. I shouldn't even bother with it anymore, huh? I'm not kicking anybody. I'm not hurting anybody. Just trying to balance and control. When it beeps, there it is. Switch sides. Wherever you can get to. If you're still mostly upright rather than over to the side, that's okay. I would much rather have you be wherever you can be without falling out of this and only getting, 1 or 2 seconds worth of work. And there we go, 15 seconds of rest. You guys, we're almost done. You're doing awesome. Next up is our final pair of walking burpees and side kicks. And here we go, hands down, walk it out, walk it in and up. Great job. When it beeps, gonna go into those side kicks for the third and final time. And here we go, tip and swing. Awesome. There we go. When it beeps, gonna switch sides. Trying to get a little bit more control, a little bit of precision. It just takes practice. If you only do something once, I think that's the lesson in this workout here. If you only do something once, you're not gonna be very good at it. But on this third time around, feeling a little bit more steady. And there we go, 15 seconds of rest. You guys, we're done, but we're not finished. One final thing, when it beeps again, we're gonna do all of those cardio intervals again. Together, with no rest. When it beeps, we're doing inchworms, feet nice and wide. Walk it out, hips down, walk it up and up. When it beeps, we're gonna go into that punch and reach. And up. And here we go. Punch, punch, reach. Punch, punch, reach. Good job. When it beeps again, gonna go into toy soldiers. We are bringing that heart rate up for this finisher. I wanna make sure that you finish this workout feeling like you got a good sweat, a good burn. When it beeps again, 15 seconds of rainbow jacks. Hands are gonna swing up and over. And here we go, up and swing. Great job. This one goes very nicely into our next one, which is frog reaches nice and wide on those feet so you can get really low, all the way down, all the way up. Awesome. Feet are gonna stay nice and wide, actually for the next couple of exercises. Next up is windmills. Heart rate has really come up. Excellent. Wide, opposite hand to opposite foot. Great job. When it beeps again, alley-oops. Keeping those feet nice and wide, swinging those hands, getting down into that lunge. And swing and lunge. You guys, you've almost survived the finisher. When it beeps again, last thing, walking burpees for the last time. And here it is. Walk those feet out, walk them in, and up. The next time it beeps is the last time it's going to beep. You are doing fantastic. Excellent. And that was everything. Whew, I am really, really proud of you. You did a great job with this workout, and I really, really hope that you had a good time with it. If you did, we would love it. We, the Sweat Streamers, would love it if you give the video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for working out with me today.